wanted to talk you through how I plan out my reed making and how I make sure I have things in different stages so I always have something to work on. So I'll show you right here. All right, so these are the reeds I have going for me right now. I have a whole different reed case of reeds that I'm actually playing on, but I like to have different stages. These reeds are reeds that I have done a rough scrape and a scrape after that, and so they just need one more scraping until they become hopefully reeds in my playable box. These reeds have had a rough scrape done. So what that means is I tied the blanks on and then I let them dry, and then I did the rough scrape and got them to crow a rough crow, kind of that party favor crow that I talk about. And these are 3 blanks I tied yesterday, and these are 3 blanks I tied the day before. So you'll notice I have essentially 4 different stages. I have blanks that have aged for 2 days, blanks that I just tied, I have reeds that I did the rough scrape on, and then I have 3 reeds that are ready for finishing. And that's really a great way to set up a manageable process, because imagine if I didn't have any blanks and then I was trying to finish these 3 reeds and they broke for whatever reason. I would have to start way back at the blank tying process, and it would take a while from get to a blank to a first day scrape to working on finishing. It takes a couple days because I break these things up into different days. Now, that's why it's always great to work in manageable numbers that work for you. I like doing it in groups of 3. Notice I work on 3 blanks, then 3 blanks, and those 3 need finishing, and these 3 rough scrape. And these numbers do change, they evolve, because each day is a little bit different. And but this is what works for me, and this ensures that I have something to always work on. So let me ask you, do you have a process for your reed making, or do you just sit down and do it without a plan? I find if you have a plan going into it, like, oh, I need to tie 3 blanks today, then you know you're gonna have 3 blanks to work on tomorrow. If you don't, if you just work on what you have and then you exhaust all your possibilities of a reed becoming a reed, or they break, or you make them playable and you move them on, and you have nothing in your reed case to show for it, then you have to start back at the drawing board, and that's going to take several days. So I encourage you to always go into reed making with a plan, whether that's starting 2 reeds a day, and so tying 2 reeds a day on, scraping the initial scrape on 2 different reeds, and then trying to finish 2. Really, it's whatever works best for you. I tend to like 3s, sometimes I do 4s, it just depends on how many reeds I need to make and how much playing I have coming up. Also, sometimes cane will crack when you put it in the water, right? You can't, there are variables that happen, which maybe you only get to tie 1 blank that day because all of your cane cracked or something else happened. So, but it's always great to go in with the plan. And with that said, I'm very curious what your plan is. Do you have one? Did this spark some ideas to create a reed making plan or schedule for yourself? I can tell you I didn't used to do this, but over my professional career, I have learned it is vital, especially when you are super busy, to know exactly what you're going to have in rotation, and that feeling of knowing you have something to work on is just, it just puts your mind at ease. So anyways, I hope this helped, and let me know below if you have any questions, and I'd love to hear what you do with your schedule. All right, see you next time. Bye.